Flat Out Truth is a very stubborn little flat earther that seems to be ramping up his flat earth content of late. Formerly known as Terry R. Iker, he's released a video recently which really got me thinking, and one which definitely needs looking at. He's called it The Last Great Awakening, and it's one of the most deceptive flat earth videos I've ever seen. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a quick word from me about today's sponsor, Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon is a bowl full of Saturday morning cartoons, upgraded for the 21st century consumer with only 0 to 1 grams of sugar. Magic Spoon fits a variety of lifestyles. It's high protein, keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, soy free, wheat free, and naturally flavoured. It's the same great taste that you remember, but upgraded with grown-up ingredients. Now, the Magic Spoon cereal has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and 4 to 5 grams net carbs per serving. And comes in at only 140 calories per serving. And the treats are high in fibre, containing 1 gram of sugar, 11 to 12 grams of protein, and 1 to 2 grams of net carbs. And they come in at 130 calories per serving. And they are so good that I ate them all before recording this video. Naughty me. Click the link below to get some Magic Spoon cereal today. You can build your very own custom box with all the flavours you love. Just use my code SIMANDAN to get $5 off. Now you can choose from the best-selling cocoa, fruity frosted, peanut butter and maple waffle flavours, plus other awesome flavours including honey nut, blueberry muffin, birthday cake, cinnamon roll and chocolate chip cookie. And you can also add any of their delicious cereal treats to the order too. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund you back your money, no questions asked. So click the link below or scan the QR code and use the code SIMANDAN to get your $5 off, or go to magicspoon.com/SIMANDAN to get that $5 off your order today. And for my Canadian and UK fans, Magic Spoon now ships to Canada and the UK. Right, back to today's video, which as I said at the start is from the flat earther Flat Out Truth, formerly known as Terry R. Iker. He's talking about flat earth being the last great awakening, and it actually turns out, as I said, one of the most deceptive videos I've ever seen. Let's kick this off, we've got to start it. I'm desperate to show you.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to do a really quick video for everyone showing on the YouGov poll how many people believe the earth is flat in 2024. Now, there are many websites that you can go to on Google, but I'm specifically going to go to this one here, the University of Melbourne. The main reason is because it's one of the very first ones that pops up when you go to Google this poll. So if we stroll down here, it says, why do some people believe the earth is flat?
Well, it's not really their fault. You see, they've been conned and manipulated by very clever, but also not very clever, people on the internet. They like to feel like they know something the rest of us don't. It's equal parts charming and cringe, really.
Although scientific evidence says the earth is a sphere orbiting the sun, there are some people around who still think our planet is flat, and social media plays a role.
Very true, it absolutely does. The flat earthers on X salivate over each other's posts. It's actually quite nauseating.
Okay, let's stroll down here. If you type flat earth into Google, you'd be joining a group of people that have helped to triple the search term over the last couple of years. In fact, a recent YouGov poll found that only around 2/3 of Americans aged between 18 and 24 believe that the earth is round.
Well, 18 to 24-year-olds at the moment aren't exactly the sharpest knives in the drawer, are they?
Although the idea the earth is flat has been scientifically discredited, there seems to be a growing belief in the conspiracy theory. 1/3 of Americans polled by YouGov believe the earth is flat. Picture by Getty Images, of course, and it's getting more traction than some of the other conspiracies out there, like chemtrails, which proposes that a plane's long-lasting condensation trail is actually made up of chemical or biological agent.
Well, if you're a flat earther, you sort of believe that one too, I'm afraid.
Interest in most of these other far-fetched theories remains stable, but the flat earth movement is growing, particularly in America, and it has some high-profile supporters, from basketball players to musicians, rappers to TV hosts. A number of celebrities are jumping on the flat earth bandwagon.
Basketballs, musicians, rappers and TV hosts, eh? Well, if you're going to believe anyone about the shape of the earth, it's definitely going to be those four groups of people, isn't it?
Well, that's good. Now, even though that doesn't sound like a whole lot, let's look at it in a different way. Let's start out with just America, okay? The poll says that 1/3 of Americans believe the earth is flat. So they tell us that there are 340 million people in America, okay? Now, let me break this down really, really simple. Let's look and see what 1/3 of 340 million people is. And I'll use Google for this. That way, if you don't believe me, you can check for yourself. Okay, 1/3 of 340 million people is 113 million people. That's a lot of people. And that's just here in America.
Yes, well, that's all very nice, but you have unfortunately, Terry, made a bit of a boo-boo. Now, the poll you are referring to on YouGov suggests that 1/3 of 18 to 24-year-olds believe the earth is flat, not the entirety of America. In fact, if we look at the results of said poll, we see something quite interesting. In that 18 to 24 category, it does say that 66% have always believed the world is round, but only 4% are saying they are absolutely sure the earth is flat. 4%, not 33%. And if you take all the results together from all age groups in this poll, it works out that just 2% of Americans believe the earth is flat, not 33%. And remember, this is from a poll of 8,215 adults. Now, that still puts the people in the US who positively believe the earth is flat to be around 6 or 7 million. Not an insignificant amount of people. Honourable mentions, by the way, to the 55 plus age group, where 94% are positive the earth is a sphere, and the 35 to 44-year-olds, where only 1% believe the earth to be flat. So Terry, these numbers are a lot lower than you think, aren't they? And something tells me that you did not do your research on these polls like you should have.
Now, let's check out the worldly poll on the top 4 conspiracy theorists. And this is how many people approve or disapprove all over the whole world, okay? I'm not worried about the other 3 conspiracies. I just want you to look here at the second one, the flat earth. It's not round. Approve, disapprove. We got 12% of the whole world that approve or agree, we should say here in the little blue box, agree that the earth is flat. Now, you see that with your own eyes. So if we want to find out how much 12% of the population of the world believe the earth is flat.
Hang on. Are you seriously showing us this and saying those words? This table was lifted from a research paper that was about a survey of the US public beliefs. So to start with, this is not the whole world. Secondly, the sample size for this was only 1,134 adults. And thirdly, the very poll that you are showing us on screen is, and I quote, responses to 4 conspiracy or science statements by whether respondent approves or disapproves of ex-President Trump. So what that poll is basically saying is that 12% of people who approve of Trump think the earth is flat, and that only 7 or 8% of people who disapprove of Trump believe it's flat too. What an absolute shambles this is. Trying to pass off a poll regarding the beliefs of US people who approve or don't approve of Trump as a worldwide poll? Amazing. Your research skills are perhaps the worst I have ever seen.
Then we have to go by the supposedly number they give us, that there is 8 billion people on the face of the earth. So let's type in 12% of 8 billion. And as you can see here, 960 million. You see that, right? Right there. 960 million people on the face of the earth believe it's flat.
Yeah, I see it, but it's obviously wrong, isn't it? It's 12% of less than 1,100 people at best, matey.
So what I'm trying to say to you is quit getting discouraged, people. As you can see here, when you look all around the world, there's 960 other million people that believe what you believe. So don't worry about these globe earthers who think there's one or two people on the internet or one guy in town that believes the earth is flat. No, it's 960 million people and growing.
Is it though? I mean, if you can't even research the polls you are referencing, then how can we take your word on that? I don't think it is growing. If we look at the Google search trends for "Is the Earth flat?", over the last year we can see it's been pretty much the same. The same 6 people, of course, searching over and over again. And faith in humanity restored, as we can see that a vast amount of people are searching more for NASA than asking whether the Earth is flat. Wonderful. Well, what do we all think of the train wreck that was Flat Out Truth's video there? Quite unbelievable, isn't it? How do we get a message to Terry on this? I'll tag him in this video, of course, and I'll pop a comment on his original video to let him know there's a response. I want him to address this poor research and actually concede that he is 100% wrong here. Do you think he'll man up and admit this error, or will he hide away like every other flat earther? Let me know in the comments what you'll think he'll do, and we'll find out soon. But that is it for another Flat Earth Friday. We're all done and dusted. Thank you so much for watching today. It truly is appreciated. I really enjoyed that one. If you enjoyed it, please do consider subscribing to the channel and of course hitting that thumbs up button too, and sharing this one would do absolute wonders for showing people that those flat earthers don't do their research at best and lie at worst. Just another word from me about today's sponsor, Magic Spoon. Remember, click the link below to get some Magic Spoon cereal today. You can build your very own custom box with all the flavours you love, and you can use my code SIMANDAN to get that $5 off. I've been SIMANDAN, have yourselves a cracking day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the next Saturday session. See you then.